News of a stellar anomaly rocks New Eden. What was initially thought to be a sudden, massive stellar explosion, nicknamed Caroline's Star after the pilot who first spotted it, the distant anomaly has since baffled the scientific community. Shortly after its appearance, a team of astronomers triangulated its location, suggesting that these are the remnants of the star W477P. Located deep within Jove's space, the star was previously believed to be stable and not massive enough to cause an explosion of this scale. However, its unreachable location eliminates all possibility of confirming the actual cause. Scientists also remain puzzled by the anomaly's sudden, simultaneous visibility throughout New Eden. According to physicist Balti Katai, starlight appearing simultaneously across all systems in New Eden doesn't make any sense. The energy required to create such an event is incomprehensible. Given the unusual nature of the anomaly and the lack of any conclusive scientific explanation, its existence has inspired rampant speculation from all quarters. Popular theories explain it as either the discharge of a Jove superweapon against a Sancha invasion, a herald of the prophesied coming of Bob, or a sign of the impending apocalypse. We'll have more on this as the story develops. New theories about the alleged supernova known as Caroline's Star continue to surface. Many now speculate that the explosion is linked to a group of recently discovered wormholes that lead to the uncharted space of the so-called Shattered Worlds. Meanwhile, pressure is mounting on Sisters of Eve officials to explain how and why SOE stations were already present when pilots entered those previously unknown areas. Nemos was one of the first scholars to suggest the connection between Caroline's Star and the Shattered Worlds. He now claims that the increase in sleeper activity could be linked to the sudden appearance of gigantic cloaked structures around New Eden, and that sleepers are secretly transmitting messages to pilots through their implants, using the star as a beacon. Scientists continue to offer a variety of other explanations, including connections to the Salin incident, or possible Jovian or even Talican involvement, but are far from reaching any consensus on the true cause. We'll have more on this as the story develops.
Gigantic listening towers, presumed to be of Jove origin, began decloaking all over New Eden this week. These coincided with the sudden appearance of heavily armed vessels that Concord is calling drifter battleships. Like the listening towers, the pilots of these ships carry signs of Jove origin. One of the first engagements involving drifters is causing great concern across New Eden. This footage shows fighters from the Thanatos-class carrier Rex attacking a lone drifter battleship. At first, the carrier seems to have the upper hand, its fighters slowly but surely wearing down the drifter's shields, until the drifter ship suddenly unleashes its primary weapon, destroying the carrier with a single shot. The ship's capsuleer and sole survivor, Dantheus, claims he was taken by complete surprise and that he's never seen such power. All attempts to communicate with the drifters have thus far proven futile. Fortunately, they don't appear to be hostile unless provoked. In related news, the Sisters of Eve released a statement this week confirming that Caroline's Star originated in system W477P and also caused the unexplained cataclysm in Thera. But the group remained silent on the listening posts and drifter battleships. We'll have more updates as these stories develop. Prominent capsuleers and statesmen from all corners of New Eden are gathering in Ulai over the next few days to attend the Symposium of Emergent Threats. The event will be overseen by Matshi Raish, the elder mentor of the Society of Conscious Thought. The symposium is intended to provide a neutral platform for delegates to discuss the recent uncloaking of what has been identified as Jove observatories, as well as the near-simultaneous appearance of drifter battleships. These events have caused alarm throughout New Eden. It is hoped that the symposium marks the first unified step toward addressing the strange appearances. This is Lena Amber in Ulai, reporting for The Scope.
The mysterious drifters have begun showing a disturbing new behavior, according to reports coming in from across New Eden. It began when, according to eyewitnesses, a rescue pod containing Capsuleer Draven Osron was destroyed and his corpse collected by a drifter ship. There is a rising concern that the drifters are harvesting captured bodies in an attempt to manifest themselves, as some scientists had feared. Furthermore, as this footage from Hakonen clearly shows, the drifters have started dismantling the Jove observatories. Once detached from the structure, drifters transport the pieces through mysterious wormholes that neither Capsuleer nor Empire ships have thus far been able to enter. Samples of the fragments known as Antikythera have been collected from Drifter Rex, and its characteristics and potential use are currently being investigated. Whatever their ultimate purpose, these new drifter discoveries are raising more questions than they answer. This is Alton Haveri reporting on location for The Scope.
There is a strange, I don't know what you call it exactly, anomaly, a light anomaly, a star anomaly. And apparently the closer you get to Jove space, the better you can see it.
It has been nicknamed Caroline Star.
Whatever happened there is massive.
What caused that whole thing to happen?
Jovian stargates have gone offline.
The circadian sleepers have also been appearing.
All those things have been scanning everything that comes near them.
The unidentified structures that have been popping up and disappearing.
They are listening to you.
Preparing to explore, preparing for war.
Is it possible that the sleepers have found a way to break away from the construct?
There's no telling what they might do out of self-defense.
Maybe the sleepers are the ones needing the body parts so that they can reconstruct bodies, because their actual bodies have withered away.
We are currently waiting to receive a live broadcast from DED headquarters in Ulai, where the body of a drifter was delivered earlier today for analysis. The 4 scientists who performed the preliminary autopsy have provided the Scope with an exclusive first look at the full autopsy report. The report confirms similarities between Drifter and Jove genetics, despite significant physical differences. Noted by Doctors Anslo Tetua and Mizir Starsurge was the odd absence of vocal cords and abnormal blood composition, the latter believed to be connected to the low-level radiation still being emitted post-mortem. The autopsy also confirms that the augmentation present in the subject is necessary for its survival. Further study is already underway at... It would appear that the broadcast has started. After an initial statement, we expect that we will be permitted to ask questions.
It does appear that the broadcast signal has been lost. However, we will resume as soon as the broadcast is...
Imperial Navy forces have been mobilized in response to reports of increased drifter activity across Amarr space. A state of emergency has not yet been declared. However, tensions are high in systems where fear of an imminent threat is present. Many speculate that the escalation began following Cartham Conglomerate's decision to market the Entosis Link. It is a device that allows the user to project their consciousness into system mainframes. It is believed to be the result of reverse engineering technology acquired from sleeper scanners. Connecting the device to Jove observatories in attempts to retrieve Antikythera has also yielded what looks to be sections of garbled surveillance logs dating several decades back. It still remains unclear what information was being collected by the Jove observatories or for what purpose. But evidence from those logs proves they have been watching us for decades. This drifter show of force and the unprecedented drifter incursion into Uli last week has strained the already fragile standoff, and concerns of a full-scale war seem more founded with each passing day. This is Alton Haveri reporting for The Scope.
This disturbing recording was recently acquired by The Scope, and despite DED protests, we believe that the public has the right to know.
This is Hillen aboard Scout vessel Arek Jalan. There's an emergency into an uncharted hundreds of these signal, but we for as long as we can notify the DED. We may be facing a possible major. More and more ships have been arriving at this enormous structure. Detected and it is possible that things
It has been confirmed that the person speaking is indeed Hillen Tukos, former employee of Eifer & Company. The date of the recording is still unknown. A spokesperson for Eifer claims a search and rescue has already been organized in partnership with the Sisters of Eve. They are offering reward for information leading to the whereabouts of Hillen Tukos and his crew. Officials are urging the population to stay calm as the footage is investigated further. This is Lena Amber, reporting for The Scope.